Alright guys, so here we go in the Porsche Cup 992 GT3 Cup. This is a wet race here in Zolder, actually. So this is my first time actually racing in the wet, and so I definitely want to share this race with you guys as we're starting P3. Never raced in the wet before. So yeah, without further ado, we'll kind of go ahead and hop right in. So you can see here right off the start, first place did not get going at all. And we actually get hit a few times as well for good measure. And as we go back, you guys will kind of see what started that chaos. This race was chaotic. You can see here, number 11 there. This is Italo Reyes de Castro. Wow, I butchered that name. But anyways, he got a great start here. So you can see he's trying to make his way up through the middle. And I think he just misjudged the gap and ends up clipping the now fallen leader or pole sitter of this race, Lorenzo, and who in turn hit me. And at this point, I'm just trying to keep it on the road and not get too much damage, as that would effectively end our race before it even began. And so, again, letting some people by, and the outside had some grip on this turn, so it looks like we were able to kind of make it through. Got some light contact there, but we were able to keep it on the islands. As you can see here, just trying to brake, and someone's gone off up ahead. We almost get turned around here, but again, fortunately, I think that was Juan behind us, was able to let us go. Entering this second chicane here, was able to make this nice pass down the inside. He tried to come back at me, but pass was basically done. And just like that, we found ourselves up into, I believe it was 6th position there. So we get a nice exit here, and this is where part 2 of that chaos kind of starts, as you're about to find out. I'm just driving here, and I brake, and we get absolutely destroyed from the back, but worse, takes out 3-4 guys. Italo does, and 4 guys just like that out of the race. And we're about to see, again, from his point of view, I think he was just caught napping, and he just didn't. He missed his braking marker or braking reference, which is a little bit easier to, I guess, granted in the wet, because you just don't have that visibility. You see right there. Oh. Into 3 other cars, effectively ending their race, unfortunately. So that was the end of his race as well. But man, that was a hefty impact. So back on board now with us, and you can see here we're now in 4th after all that chaos on lap 1. Doing a good job here, just trying to, again, feel the conditions. And obviously, if you're racing in the wet, it's very different compared to racing in the dry. You really got to feel your way around the track. As you can see, they're getting a little bit of exit curb. You don't want to do too much of that in these conditions, as there's pretty much no grip. But I noticed the car's handling did change relatively right away after that first lap contact from behind. So you see the damage on the rear. And because of that, we had to actually brake a lot sooner than we would have otherwise liked. And so it did affect our performance quite a bit. But at this point, we're still in the race. We're sitting in a top 5 position. We're just going to fast forward here. And you can see here our pole sitter Lorenzo making a pass for second position there, which was great. He makes the pass here on Marco, and meanwhile Juan has caught us for fourth place. Ruben's gone off, and so we'll kind of just show you what happened there again. One of the other victims of just missing his braking point and going straight off. So you can see right there. Which, no good. Anyways, we'll jump back to us here, sitting in fourth position. And slowly but surely, we're trying to make our way now to catch third place, now that we've kind of dropped Juan there a little bit behind. And here's our leader, Lucas Martinez, who'd inherited the lead after starting second. And he's quite a bit ahead of Lorenzo there in second. Let's see. So we're just going to back up here for a moment. As you guys can see, this is definitely what you don't want to do in a wet race. Just get a bit of that curb and just a bit of the grass, and it'll really pull you towards the inside if you're not careful. So you got to be really, really careful not to go too far off. Braked a little bit off the center line there compared to what I would have wanted, but still managed to keep it on the island. Entering the second chicane. Gone a little bit deep there as well. Yeah, managed to ride the curb without cutting too much. Not taking the exit curb, of course. You can see here as we're just going to fast forward a little bit. We're now starting to catch third place man Marco. So at this point, we definitely want to get a better understanding of where we're making ground, where we're losing ground to the car ahead. And we were definitely making time on Marco, at least here for third, in this section of the track. As you can see here, just kind of follow him through. We still had the grip to kind of just get there, and just hit the grass. As you can see, had to jump out of the throttle, and just like that, the guys behind were able to catch up a little bit. And just like that as well, Marco went straight off, missed his braking point. We got a very lucky break there, as we just take third position in this race. Again, brake beautifully. And so again, the whole goal is to just keep it on the road. Doesn't matter how fast you're going, but just keep it on the road, and if others make mistakes, to just basically capitalize on that as well. You can see a lot of standing water still on the left-hand side of the track entering this hairpin. See from the chopper shot, we are putting a little bit of distance there now on Marco. So right here, you can see the lap times that I've run in the race, and we're on to lap 5 here now. And so as the run got going here, as the run went further on, I felt the car getting better and better in terms of the tires, and feeling in more confident as well under braking. See, look at how much time these guys make. I can't brake any further. If I brake further, I just lock up, and I'll go straight off. But anyways, like with each lap and each corner, I was starting to get more and more confidence in terms of where the grip is, where can I push, where can I back off just a little bit, just to conserve a little bit more energy in the tires. So you can see Juan there in the background just going off. He had one of several off tracks, as you see. He let, I think that's Perkins, go by for 5th. I'm gonna forward a few laps here. You can see. So we're gonna take a look here. Here's Martinez and Lorenzo, slowly but surely catching him up. We got damage here from the guys in the back of the grid here. Here's one. And look at that, just like that, Perkins has caught Marco for 4th. So he thinks about making a move here, but sensibly backs out of it just because not much space there. However, he gets a great run out of that chicane there, that first chicane, but he just gets pushed a little wide, stays in it, and makes the pass on Marco for 4th. It was a great move by Perkins. Oh, almost got hit there for good measure. We're just going to forward here a little bit, and you'll see he's starting to close ground on us. Slowly but surely here on lap 10. You can see he's right with us now. And at this point I am looking in my mirror, but I'm not too concerned. I'm just trying to, again, focus on my pace and keeping it on the road. Meanwhile, Lorenzo's catching Martinez. You can see that gap visibly getting smaller. So Perkins on a mission here. Is this man gonna actually be able to get it done? Well, we'll find out. Nice run through that chicane there. Putting some decent pressure here at this point for 3rd. Like, look at this. Look how much further he's just going to break. He's gone a little bit wider than he would have wanted here, but look, he's still able to keep some momentum here and close that gap. Again, he's taking the very narrow line, kind of the drier line here on the inside there, as you can see, compared to the outside where there's a lot of standing water. Don't want to hit too much standing water when you're braking, just because, again, it's high chance of locking up and not much grip there. You can see here, he's gone a little bit wide, but the gap is a lot closer now. But hey, we're hanging in there. We're pulling out of corners with consistent pace and getting good run out of corners and really helping our case here for 3rd position. So while this battle's going on, look at 2nd and 1st now. A lot closer now. Perkins, look at the amount of spray. So he's gonna have a look here again, just pulling out of my rear view mirror so I can't see him. So it's a common tactic for road racers to do that, just so that the car ahead can't really see where they are under braking. And so you lose sight of if they're actually going to make that lunge or not. In this case, I knew he was a little bit too far back, so he wasn't going to actually make the move. And as you can see here, he's gone a little bit too deep as well again. And so he's now going to be kind of a little desperate. And my goodness, and he's absolutely made a mockery of it. He's hit the gas a little. Oh! And that was Marco hitting him hard, and that's the end of Perkins' race. We're going to go back and just take a look at this because a couple things have happened here. I think he was frustrated because he went so far into the chicane that he lost a lot of time coming out of here. So take a look right here. And so yeah, I just too trigger happy, unfortunately, and boom. Oh, what a hit. What a hit that is for Marco. We'll take a look at this one more time, but from Marco's point of view. But man, that was an absolutely stonking hit. He's going to feel that in his kidneys, guaranteed. So you can see on board. So you see he's lost control and he's coming back, but he's kept his foot kind of pinned in it. Didn't really slow down. And unfortunately got the worst end of that outside of Perkins there. And so he's got quite a bit of front end damage, as you can see right here. He's got quite a bit of front end damage. But he carries on here in effectively 4th position at the moment. So we'll just forward here, and you can see the gap now getting smaller and smaller. Lars book, really bookkeeping here, and he's trying to settle the score and try to take it advantage of Marco's damaged car. I love this shot right here, the heli and then the chopper cam. Absolutely stunning scenes here in the wet here at Zolder. Let's see here, so we're just gonna fast forward a little bit here. You can see Lars really closed the gap, and he tries to make a nice pass here, but he's just not far enough alongside, and wisely backs out of it. But he's not done yet, as he's going to have another bite at the cherry here. He's going to go for it here, and just set himself up nicely coming out of the chicane. See right there. It's so important to be patient as much as possible. You see what happened with Perkins there. If you're not patient, you go around really quickly in this type of car with this amount of horsepower. Lars trying to just follow his way through, and Marco going a little bit deep and gives a great run here to Lars coming out of that hairpin. He's going to look to his outside, and nothing of it on that one, but he's going to get a better exit out of this chicane. Here he goes. Gives him enough space there. That's critical. You got to give the car inside a little bit of space, because he's going to ricochet up into you if you don't. That's a great move, and he hasn't sealed the deal yet. He's just going to go a little deep, light contact, but he seals the deal with that pass. And guess who's right behind? Juan. Even though he goes off a little bit, thought he's going to gain something, but he ends up actually losing something to Ruben there. Meanwhile, the battle for the lead here, just to keep you guys posted, it is now tooth and nail. Nothing to separate these two. So they're going at it. Kind of in a lonely race by herself now in 3rd after the Perkins incident. So here's Juan now. Oh, gets smacked in the back. Who was that? That's Peter Major. It's that's very, very interesting. They got punted there. Anyways, that's the risk you run when you run here in the mid-pack. You just don't know what you'll get. Take a look. He's got some serious damage now at this point. Again, that will definitely be affecting his handling. Forward here. And as you can see there, I think that's Marco again missing his braking point there. Probably due to the damage that he's sustained. He's got off. He didn't lose a position in that mess as of that particular moment, but he's got a lot more pressure now put on him from that mistake that he just made. Kind of here. Got technically 2.5 laps to go. And Lorenzo just being a little bit patient there. Just buying his time there a little bit. Again, very easy to make a mess. These guys are good 20 seconds plus up the road at the moment compared to where I am in third. So, again, the damage not helping us at all, but these guys putting on a good show. Good exit out of that hairpin for Lorenzo. See the different lines. Lorenzo braking very much later on the inside line compared to Martinez there. So while that battle's going on, we're just going to jump back to myself. We're going to go through the field here. Juan now getting under some serious pressure from Peter here. It's a battle for 7th position. Juan definitely struggling with the handling. 2 to go for the leaders, and here we go. Just gonna fast forward. So again, hops the curb a little bit. So these curbs you can take at slow speed in the wet even. It won't upset the balance of the car too much, but anything on the exits, for example, any exit curbs or anything like that, you definitely don't want to be taking those types of curbs. You can see right there, so well off the curb onto this last lap here. It's gonna have a couple more chances here to try and really make a serious impact, but Martinez doing a good job pulling away, keeping us cool. Lorenzo, my man. He's pushing like heck, you can tell. So again, braking quite a bit deeper. And you get a decent exit, but so does Martinez, and just neck and neck for these two. Martinez just keeping it on the road. Again, that's the main thing. You got to keep it on the road. We're in third, and we're going to finish in third. But I want to see this battle here for 7th, 8th between Marco Brum and Peter Major. This battle's been going on for a few laps now. It's been brewing. Tries to go down the inside, and Marco just slams the door shut. If I was Peter, I think I would have waited for at least a chicane. I think he should have waited. He's going to try to go for it again, but Marco's got that covered. And Peter doesn't get a great run out of that corner either, so we're just going to fast forward into this chicane over there. So as you see, Martinez hangs on to win from Lorenzo. We end up finishing third. But this battle that's still going on. Here's Peter. There's us. And it was quite a joyful finish to finish this race, actually. Look at this. Peter went too deep, and he not only messed up his chance for 6th, but he's going to get Juan right on him now. Amazing job by Juan not to just side smack him coming out of that hairpin there, but there's going to be a drag race now to 7th. And so Peter having the opportunity to finish 6th. Instead, he gets in 7th, misses the chicane, goes a little bit wide, and look who's there. It's going to be a drag race to the finish. Juan, can he do it after everything he's been through? He's been on the Titanic, I feel like, and yes, he gets it. Peter finishing 8th, unfortunately. My goodness. And he's lost out, unfortunately, on that one. But man, what a race this was. It's a shame that we got that contact that at the very first lap where our rear got absolutely smushed like a pancake. But man, that was an epic race. Glad you all were able to experience it with me. And if you liked that race, please feel free to subscribe and hit that like button. for more Porsche Super Cup GT racing and more iRacing in the future. Thanks. Ciao.